Christmas 1983. Grown adults were screaming, shoving, clawing at each other in crowded stores. Police were called, people were injured, and it was all over a doll. Not money, not food, a Cabbage Patch Kid. Welcome back to A Veil of Crime, where history isn't just told, it's uncovered. If you're drawn to the darker side of real events, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, you can always buy me a coffee. Link is in the description. Before the chaos, there was something almost wholesome. In the late 1970s, an artist named Xavier Roberts began creating soft, handmade dolls he called Little People. Each one was different. Each one had a name. And instead of selling them, he let people adopt them. By 1982, the dolls were mass-produced by Coleco, rebranded as Cabbage Patch Kids. They didn't come in boxes. They came with adoption papers, birth certificates, and identities. They weren't toys. They were yours. No one expected what happened next. As Christmas approached in 1983, demand exploded. Stores couldn't keep them on shelves. Shipments vanished within minutes. And then something shifted. Parents stopped browsing and started hunting. Across the United States, scenes unfolded that felt less like shopping and more like riots. People pushed and trampled each other. Boxes were ripped from hands. Fights broke out in aisles. Police were called to restore order. Some stores had to limit purchases, hold lotteries, or stop selling them altogether. Employees were overwhelmed. Customers were desperate. And in the middle of it all, children waited at home, unaware. This wasn't just about a doll. It was about pressure. Parents felt like Christmas itself depended on getting one. Advertising made the dolls feel essential. Scarcity made them feel impossible to obtain. And in that moment, rational thinking gave way to something else. Fear of disappointment, fear of failure, fear of being the only parent who couldn't deliver. Over time, rumors spread. Stories that someone had been killed over a Cabbage Patch Kid. But historically, there is no confirmed case of murder tied to these dolls. There were injuries, there was violence, but no verified deaths. Still, the line had been crossed because for a brief moment in 1983, people were willing to hurt each other over something that was meant to bring joy. The Cabbage Patch craze became one of the first modern examples of consumer hysteria, a preview of what would come later: Black Friday stampedes, fights over electronics, chaos over limited releases. It proved something unsettling. It doesn't take much for ordinary people to become something else entirely. The dolls weren't dangerous, the people were. If you want more real stories where history takes a darker turn, make sure you subscribe to A Veil of Crime. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee. It helps keep these stories alive, because sometimes the most disturbing stories aren't about monsters, they're about us.